Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and La Liga is really on fire. It's match day 32, 7 games are remaining and everything to play for. A 9 points gap between Real Madrid and Barcelona. The title is still up for their third and fourth. You have Villarreal and Atletico Madrid. I think those are the two teams that don't have anything to play for. But after that, 5th place Real Madrid up until 12th place Athletic Club. 8-point difference between all these teams and all of them fighting it out to qualify for Europe. After that, 13th place Rayo Vallecano up until 28th place Real Oviedo, just 8 points difference again, all of them in contention for relegation, so all to play for. So let's go ahead and make our prediction for match day 32 in La Liga. We're going to start with Athletic Club versus Osasuna. It is 12th versus 8th, just 1 point separate these two sides, and both of these sides come into this game with a horrendous run of form, just 1 win in their last 5 games. Athletic Club have lost 4 out of their last 5 games. Osasuna, on the other hand, 3 defeats in their last 5 games. So they are, both of them are coming into this game in a horrendous run of form, and they are in a bad form on the wrong time of the season. You want to finish high, the season on a high. Both of them want to qualify for Europe, but the form is not really helping them. I think it is going to be a very hard fought game. I just don't see a winner in this game, but because both of them are playing really poorly, I expect goals, but I just don't see a winner here. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Athletic Club and Osasuna. Moving on, it's Mallorca versus Valencia. It is 15th versus 14th. Again, just a point separate these two sides, but the form has been completely different. Mallorca are in a great run of form at 3 wins in their last 5 games, 2 wins in a row in the last 2 games as well. So they are coming into this game with a really good form. Valencia, on the other hand, are in a completely different form. 3 defeats in their last 5 games, 2 defeats in their last 2 games. So Valencia are struggling. They are spiraling downwards, and Mallorca, on the other hand, they are pushing upwards. So I think, and Mallorca are the home side as well, and they're the form side as well. So I think it will be a nice night for Mallorca fans. I'm going for a Mallorca win. I think it will be close, though. I don't think it's going to be an easy win, but I think Mallorca are going to make it in the end. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Mallorca. Up next, it's Real Madrid versus Alaves. It is 2nd versus 17th. Now, Real Madrid have sort of lost momentum in the last 2 games in La Liga, just 1 point out of a possible 6. So that has really, hurt their title chances. They are 9 points behind Barcelona currently, so they cannot really afford to drop any more points. They're out of the Champions League as well. So La Liga is basically the only hope of them somehow winning a trophy, and that is also same. So they cannot really afford to drop any more points. Playing against the Alaves side, who are undefeated in their last 4 games, 1 win and 3 draws, and they are just above that relegation zone. So it's important. It's an important game for them. But I just think because it's at the Santiago Bernabeu, I think Real Madrid are going to win it in the end, and I think it's going to be a comfortable win for Real Madrid as well. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Real Madrid. Then you have Girona versus Real Betis. It's 11th versus 6th. 11th versus 5th. Girona, they have had a good run of form recently. They've lost just once in their last 5 games, 2 wins in their last 5 games as well. So they are getting in a better run of form. They're playing against a Real Betis side who are all over at the moment. They are winners in their last 5 games in La Liga. They got humiliated in that quarterfinal in the Europa League as well, the way that they got dumped out of it. So nothing is really going for Real Betis at the moment, I think, and it is quite surprising because of the way that they started the season and the way that they were playing. It has been quite a sort of a slump that they are in currently, and unfortunately for them, I think it is going to continue here. It looked like at the moment that their top 5 place was secured, but the way they have dropped points over the last month or so, it's looking really hard for them at the moment, and I think Girona are going to make it more harder for them. I'm going for a Girona win here. I think it will be very tight, but I think Girona are somehow going to win it. I'm going for a very hard fought 1-0 win for Girona. Up next, it's Elche versus Atletico Madrid. It's 18th versus 4th. Now, Elche are just 1 point, below the, they are 18th and they just 1 point from safety. And with Alaves, Alaves losing their game against Real Madrid, if I think that's what's going to happen. Elche are going to come into this game and they are going to have a chance, to come out of that relegation zone. Their form has been really good. They have won 3 in their last 2 out of their last 3 games. So they are trying really hard to stay in the league. They are playing against an Atletico Madrid side if I'm being very honest, are not really that bothered about La Liga. They have lost the Copa del Rey final. They are in the semi-final of the Champions League. But when it comes to the league, they have lost their last 3 games in a row. And as I said, it doesn't really matter to them because they are going to finish either third or fourth. I think their main concentration is towards the Champions League semi-final. And I think Elche can take advantage of that. And I think we are going to see a surprise win here. I think Elche are going to do themselves a huge favor here. And I think they are going to shock Atletico Madrid. I'm going for a very shocking 2-1 win for Elche. And it's a big game. It's a Real Sociedad versus Getafe. It is 7th versus 8th. Just a point side of separates these two teams. Both of them are fighting for those European places. Sociedad, of course, they are going to win Europa League after winning that Copa del Rey final. So they are going to come in this game in sort of celebratory mood, if I'm being very honest with you. They won twice in their last 5 games, twice 2 defeats as well. So they are not in a good run of form. They've been quite inconsistent. Playing against like a Getafe side who have really surprised everybody. They have won 3 out of their last 5 games, but 2 of them have been defeats as well. So as I said, they are inconsistent as well. But I think because Real Sociedad have already sort of qualified for Europe and they are going to be in sort of a celebratory mood, I think Getafe can take advantage here, and I think they can do themselves a huge favor here. I think it's going to be an away win, and I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. But I think it's going to be a very hard for 1-0 win for Getafe. Then you have Barcelona versus Celta Vigo. It's first versus 6th. Barcelona are in an amazing run of form. They have won 6 in their 6 of their last 6 games, and they are just drifting away from Real Madrid, and everything is looking really good for them. They are playing against the Celta Vigo side who are fighting for that for that European place, but their form has not been good. Just 1 win in their last 5 games, and they are really struggling. And unfortunately for them, I really don't think it's gonna get any better for them. I think the bad run of form is gonna continue here, and I think Barcelona are going to continue their way towards the title. I think it's going to be an easy win. I think it's going to be a comfortable win. I'm going for a 3-0 win for Barcelona. Then you have Levante versus Sevilla. It is 19th versus 16th. 5 points as separate these 2 teams, and just Levante are 4 points from safety. So it's a big game for them. They are in a good run of form, if I'm being very honest with you. They've lost just once in their last 5 games. There have been 2 wins in those 5 games as well. Playing against the Sevilla side, who on the other hand are in not a good run of form. Just 1 win in their last 5 games, and they are sort of struggling. So, and Levante being the home side, I think the way that they have played recently, it is going to give a lot of confidence to their players, and I think they are going to take advantage of that. I think they are going to get over the line here. I am expecting a very tough game. I think this could end up in a draw quite comfortably, and I would not be surprised. But I just think just Levante being the home side and the way that they are playing recently, I think they are going to make it in the end. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Levante. Moving on, it's Rayo Vallecano versus Espanyol. It's 13th versus 10th. 2 teams who are in a horrendous run of form. 3 points separate these 2 teams, but the way that they are playing, it is really bad. Just 1 win in their last 5 games for Rayo, and they are Espanyol on the other hand, they are winners in their last 5 games. And as I said, both of them are still in contention for those European places, whether it be the Europa League or the Champions League or Conference League. They can finish in either of those places, but their form for both of them has been really horrendous. I think it's going to be a tough game. I expect the way they are playing, I just don't see a winner out of this game. I think it's going to be a very tough watch. I think it's going to be a boring game. I'm going for a 0-0 draw between Rayo Vallecano and Espanyol. And we finish La Liga Matchday 32nd with Real Oviedo versus Villarreal. It is 20th versus 3rd. And now Villarreal, Oviedo, a month or so ago, everybody thought they are down and out, but the way that they have come back and the way that they are playing currently, it's really phenomenal. 3 wins there in the last 5 games there, and they are giving it a real push, to go towards safety. They are playing against the Villarreal side, who themselves are in a really good run of form. 3 wins in their last 5 games as well. But the difference for me is that Villarreal are not playing for anything. They are going to finish 3rd. It doesn't really matter to them what happens. They are going to win the Champions League. Oviedo, on the other hand, they are fighting to stay in La Liga, and as I said, the recent push is really interesting and really special, and I think it is going to continue here. I think they are the home side as well. The fans are going to be up for it, and if with the results that are going to go, I think there's a big chance that they can close the gap even further to the teams above them. They are I think 5 points away from safety, so it's a big chance for Oviedo to get another win here, and get even closer to getting out of that relegation zone, and I think they are going to be able to do it. I'm going for a very surprising, very shocking 2-1 win for a Real Oviedo. And that is it. These are my predictions for La Liga match day 32. Let me know what you guys think of the prediction in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification button, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 600 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.